Tottenham situation no yeah to say they are not actually realizing the reality of Omoankasa situation or find themselves anywhere the club is.
Okay.
I think they are living by a certain level of assumptions, especially per the caliber of club they see themselves. What am I saying?
Yeah.
We all agree, say coaches yes and your man say the new thing make a case say Bobby who the Mobona is fine. But in the history of Tottenham Hotspur and Ankasa as a club, no more a big club.
And I make say
Tottenham no more standard there. Tottenham need to me who say mama coach a trophy to me say pamono. What I say? I say Daniel Levy no. I say illusions kakra wom.
Okay.
Ono a tenase no dream your mama bebre ho be say sabi o tutu no nyo be adi say nyo be ntasu.
Okay.
Because mo club no mo standard ne level na mo ho no. I say mo ne no. Mo pese mo kire say mo osoro. But Jack.
Say they be about top four. He say, oh, and try for now.
They be all about top four.
Say the ultimate goal, no say at least one team and you can get free crown.
More top four.
Anything and any abre, no say anything and any abre.
No any abre na ni pana jeno do ko Champions League. O say na Tottenham ne standard pa. Itina de bia Chelsea for as na for ni jeno won so no. Because they behave like Omadru.
Okay.
So Alex Ferguson to be catch was the last. It's just Tottenham Hotspur.
Okay.
So that decision there. Okay, time will tell if what Daniel Levy is going to do with this club.
Right,
you know who said the City. But away from that, I think me were a concern about the Italian national team. New team made reference to almost standard and almost pedigree when it comes to international football. There is no way you can talk about the Italian national team now to a sort when it comes to national teams or making waves. It will be in major tournament.
Okay.
But I think their major problem now is they are losing a certain identity.
Okay.
Other problems are. But I know the basic thing the Italian national team is losing your identity Bakubi. When was the last time I almost say Italian national teams are not moving super conceded 3 goals?
I check.
To even concede it against Norway.
Yeah. Because almost the Nimo Moan is a Yabani defense, they are very solid.
Shadian, Italy national team no. First 2 World Cups in 1934, 1938. But the peak of performances in recognition by Abramokoji Euros 1968. Tournament near Euros 1968 na Ebowie no mo kuta the best defensive side.
Okay.
And no mo play an G goalkeeper. And no mo striker na because there was Gigi River in that particular team. But a real tournament and no G goalkeeper. But Facchetti mo Bognech mo Castano Ernesto omo ene kobo omo modern eco defender we chire okobo the 3-back system. And Italy edged the 1968 Euros.
Okay.
It was the first time Omubo the Euros. That was the first time they won the Euros.
Wow.
Fast forward. And I think the World Cup in 1982. And almost Akomeah. That was the only major tournament where Italian player edged best player of the tournament and goalkeeper Paolo Rossi.
Okay.
Never 2006, you real tournament. Now look at Tony has 2 goals. By now, why Cameroonese, Zambrota, Fabio Cannavaro,
yeah.
Fabio Grosso, Omo, and an edge on doing tournament. Fast forward, the last major competition on Moji Euro 2020, and how many bedroom would do a tournament? And yet Bonucci. Any Chiellini.
Yeah.
Chiellini highlight of it. Saka the ball be call fast so Saka would train the top of Bonucci game no ye dino. On the take kind of money 1-1.
Yeah. Yeah, defense.
And then no omunya had any because I believe say a minute tremuna near who some defense nation most of the players na no the national team and some no mabom.
Yeah, no minimum that.
Because even with the 68 Euros, yana make one sem na. Na Bognech mo ne Facchetti mo bobo mo ho ano mo de abawu. Hwe Bonucci ni Bazaglimo. Even Cannavaro at some point in time, one Zambrota.
Yeah. To umbe national team no na.
No, dada. But when no.
Aye fresh.
And now Bastoni ne Scavini. Adebechina Scavini epra. Na Bojiono abesem. Adebechina Bojiono nim. Na Francesco Acerbi abesem. There is no consistency at the back line of the Italian national team. And they are losing that identity due to that cohesion in the whole. It means Luciano Spalletti dia or say he wants to have a conversation with the FIGC. If so, bet to us one answer on to us. But I think the borderline no at the whole was so much. And Italy are producing individually top centre backs even as of now. But I think the major problem is the cohesion. Any lack of continuity between two centre backs and three centre backs at the Italian national team. When was the last time I won back line on my ball bear 2 or 3 matches? It's difficult. A national team only need time to train. Some their clubs are not new to the case and they want move training grounds. You don't have time to train. To me and build cohesion and your consistency with you always have problems.
But I'm fine, no.
Ebi na no na me new to the din komo wa about Stefan Ambrosius ne Razak Simpson model.
Yeah.
Hwe kwa identify so back for no comfortable.
Yeah.
Na he back to the way and no chere mu dida hosa. That is the same problem they are facing. Number 2, I think the Italian clubs are now tuning into even more foreigners than even more league in him to help them. Because now here AC Milan are dominated by foreigners. It used not to be so, especially with their centre backs and defense. When you go to Juventus, it used not to be so, especially when their centre backs and their defense.
Yeah.
When you go to Inter Milan, it used not to be so. But Inter Milan cried that we will give them the benefit of the doubt because they be a say a team man for.
Yeah.
It is some more foreigners who are boninim. By clubs, the 6 sisters now they are multi the Italians here. Parma, Juventus, AC Milan. When you look at such teams now, you expect to say on one day.
At least
they are going to bring the core part of the national team. It is Germany for anything more for Bayern Munich money agrono.
Because the more na Bayern Munich na national team musu.
National team musu progress.
Yeah.
Spain.
Yeah.
Real Madrid ne Barcelona.
Yeah.
But the Real Italy for the NCT ko.
Because Juve na gu no na affecting.
Juve gu ma AC Milan na gu.
They don't have much Italian nationals playing for them.
Okay.
What you say?
Italians have opportunity to play for them. Yeah.
AC Milan, our biggest game this season. You bet me can say the Coppa Italia final against Bologna. Italy need back open and start here.
Look at this.
The rest are foreign
players.
Okay, Juventus lineup you will find clearly.
Vega.
Shadrack and Boy. Juventus in the last lineup in the Serie A. They make or break game for them. No more Champions League qualification.
Yeah.
Sorry, so Shadrack Nyasa lineup near the Maya, you will see clearly, say the number of Italian players
was starting.
They were from saying the foreigners.
Oh, okay. Now, are they omo on the league? No, I know more. Some number of players that they need to start national quota now or more.
The only quota in the Serie A for registration.
And
require non-EU players. But we EU player due to diplomacy in politics in city.
Okay.
You can just sign. Yeah, you register as a foreigner. You'll be registered as an EU member.
Oh, okay.
You get it. This is Juventus or more last lineup. Or the boss Serie A. Di Gregorio ne a year way. Italy ni ewa hanum say, but you clearly glance through omo be dominate no. You won't find obi or established Italian player, national team player.
I think aside
Locatelli or your captain no. Locatelli no your captain no. Your friend ombo Italy. We cry no I got Tudor. And then back into the team after he was frozen out by Thiago Motta. Cambiaso is a young kid after we are Pejanitia Oba. So he's not an established. You get it. So who established Italians in that lineup. Now the last glory for Italy will be the Euros. Good. But the major glory for them, and the Sir, World Cup 2006. Just go and check. If you check a squad of established Italian league players.
Because Fabio Grosso.
Cannavaro was 32 years, no Obama Juventus. Nesta was 30 years, Obama AC Milan. Bazzaglia, Ferra no more Pedro Moba.
Yeah.
They were then playing for Palermo.
Yeah, only Grosso.
Yeah.
You get it?
Sure.
And Debia waiting, and over who club you obeying it. Club ni no born the home audience. Omu players ni susani edoma be. They said you also lean modi Bologna no.
Yeah.
But your established faces be wo dada. Omo de oma Gintini e wo team nim. They said then Totti, Del Piero, oma Gintini wo team nim Cameronesi mo. Then near the young bloods no mo peja bano. Due to omo performance for mo club near the oma babe shim. But then assisa. Italy nkola no musa kra no omuko. And omu PS wa omu nye consistent.
My first zona Italian players no muntu kwan.
No, they didn't travel mostly because the Serie A then was heavy.
Yeah.
But we are no free wa. They were also developing very well and maturing in the league, so they were established.
Okay.
Nesta from Parma, anti time and Nesta Babebo AC Milan no Argentini
Krumo.
Exactly. But and then no Omutiba na either they are moving abroad. Obi say Marco Verratti. Verratti did not taste Serie A action.
Yeah.
So they were. But Saudi Arabia time see what Italy.
Yeah.
Chiesa. Yeah. Shim no ko. Sandro Tonali, Milan kofa no heavy kakrebi shim oko.
So national team is Italy so player exados know how
mo kakra. But the major issue said Donnarumma, AC Milan ba oko PSG. But check it Buffon. And the number of years he spent in the Serie A.
Andre Pirlo no more bossa.
So the issue no, say in as much as Italy Omo football no esini trase kakra no. The league is not also assuring the Italian national team of established players. They said they no more. Omo crowd no more rely on stars. Italy have never dealt with stars. Italy on omo fast stars in yewe. Omo the established players. Maturity.
Yeah.
No more the Oma blended. So who say Italy team ne but now Akomeah kasa the Omo they were difficult to break down. No, ASI established players. No, Omo the wisdom of playing for a consistent period, the experience of going through several phases of their careers. No, Maka and Wabum. Into aside the coach nature no players na kasa wo park no so obia a leader. Imagine the back line. You find all the Fabio Grosso Nessa. Womian Fanembo. But was Ambrota, or Cannavaro, or Nesta, or the Famaterazzi count. How is it going to be easy for any opponent? Says Uncle for break your down. The game the
only one go through the
exactly. The game the only dirty tricks be obeyed. Check it, their Materazzi there as a done.
Frustrating.
Now Francis had Italy so. Then Materazzi out of his own experience, and your mammy played this dirty card. Exactly. And then the boys, I mean, yes, sure, I am not insulting them. Yeah, how many is it done? I am not insulting in that way, but this is what my dream to employ dark arts to win games. So that is how come they are beaten easily. And yet they saw better current Italy. Because
Zamborota omo bo adwin mu ball.
You say I have
captain.
Yes, captain.
Shadrack Mboye with 2006 final lineup no. On the bar, Totti your captain. Del Piero your captain. Materazzi your captain. Cannavaro your captain. Nesta your captain. Buffon your captain.
Gennaro Gattuso
from midfield to defense.
Andrew Pello. Gennaro Gattuso.
So a team of leaders.
Yeah.
Coach Kaka Krabi.
Of course.
Now what can
the organization from defense to baby.
And I didn't have the opportunity to watch 1968. But Mike, 1968 squad nim krana Bognech no so ye leader.
Okay.
Fachetti was leader. Just say omo nyina no for ma kire to anim obi aye leader.
Francesco Totti ye captain. O de you look at 2020. Andrea Pirlo captain material. Gattuso is a leader.
Sure.
Mauro Camoranesi due to the consistency. Check you 2003. 2006 when you had 3 years Juventus was a starter for Juve.
Yeah.
Then you come to the back line. Zambrota, leader. Cannavaro leader. Materazzi leader. Gigi Buffon. In the team where Ankasana is starting, you will get no less than 5 leaders in the team. Ubenya leadership, attack.
Yeah.
Leadership in the middle. Leadership, defense, goalkeeper, leader. Dear Dane said they would just let it slip.
They've lost
more bench no cram by you.
Yeah.
They'll Piero Mumbai.
Yeah.
Tony. They'll Piero.
Yes.
Tony then Nekoko Dane Kofo.
Na Okofane na
I'm Bobo be by say. Or the Nekoko Jebo ni say Nakofo generate. Or Dane no Nakofo about the dinner. You know no face Ghana phone.
Allah.
Na Okofane na ako. Team Okofane na ako.
Odi Akuma could agree.
Mr. Timo, the whole tournament here, but what couple conceded one goal.
Charlie, you see,
one goal. USA
Nesta
too much.
Nesta to bench.
Nesta so a Champions League winner.
And if you think it was a year, Nesta no about for ma, go and check 2004, 2005. 2005, 2006 Champions League campaigns. Let's check how Nesta was playing for AC Milan. Inzaghi was bench.
The whole Filippo people inside.
Omotia Germany team Germany host leadership
with this. Like I will coach now team where you say Ghana for Italy.
Final France bought 13 shots. Say some target, but we run it.
They see they run it. I was I block you at
all. Goalkeepers are there.
The Moko fire.
Check caps in national team.
We cry like is almost a bear 10.
There are no need.
At that time, there no more slow.
No more slow.
Play in PSR platform.
Debbie. And you dry a noom.
That's another future.
Yeah, blasters.
I think Spalletti were doing.
Oh yeah, of course.
Now FIGC and also Motinasi. My main from second story is now Mike Sambram.
Yeah.
I think and then you Nyame had more children you Spain and Portugal for the Euros finals. Monday about will come and discuss the transfers in that. There will be new development.
Sure.
But I think this is really going to tell a story of two people. Two people like I don't need to say Bako at the beginning of something special. Bako is at the end of something special. That is Cristiano Ronaldo and Lamine Yamal.
Yeah.
A special player at the end of his career and a special player who has just begun. It could be a lesson for that particular night for either of them to relish. But also Ronaldo Akoka say Yamal akoda mususu fa pressure ento akoda. Mo man time na ongro mo man abotre na onfa ngro. Me de bia meka asem say.
One centrofo, one fans. One
say onipo o ka chen centrofo ni wiase nyina say mo relax makla na talent ni e clear. Ho. Na munya abotre makla ni akra ni ngro me. E onkofo mienu bi wo nom ne me say bo mo tufu a wo ye hwan me. No matter your alliance to any club, you must listen.
Okay.
Because they've been there.
Omaura give no match.
What I say? There's a reason why Zinedine Zidane was there was a reason why Zinedine Zidane in that particular Real Madrid dressing room, everybody respected whatever he said.
Yeah.
Because he has been there, he has seen it all.
Sure.
There's a reason why everybody loves Carlo Ancelotti, especially with the top stars are no more Real Madrid, because he has been there as a player, he has been there as a coach. They are new to know. I say coaches be one man, they are not meant for certain teams. Because more caliber now rather see more football ben out to be better. Experience be pan our broso. But me when Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Zinedine Zidane, some of these players, when they speak,
carry weight.
Massa.
Yeah.
I say David Beckham come Manchester United as
yeah.
And I say Alex Ferguson in Casa. So whatever Ronaldo said, no, people might pick it in a different context now, but as Semna Ronaldo can of award 280 year. Ronaldo beto Ryan Giggs.
Yeah.
Last time we were discussing it, Mike Tiania discuss it. In that particular dressing room, Kenya Ryan Giggs, mom, you're sure that Ronaldo wouldn't get far to where Bedia Papa.
Yeah.
On the post, because almost yen one juma. No, yen your mother, but almost say they are granted, woo ye. Since I want for you, I say,
yes, Emma Momenton.
Yes.
Yama or Barca dressing room will be also at say.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Robert Lewandowski.
Okay.
Rafinha.
Okay.
What I say, these boys are there.
Well, who's on no more petty?
Oh, Debbie. And now, Debbie.
Otion. Okay, because
whenever Lewandowski plays in Ambo crash.
Okay.
And Akurano there for the start, no matter about him, you know, he's ready to learn.
Okay.
And also Sasuna experience to work with Xavi and Hernandez.
Yeah.
It is your new bebre Akurano Asia, but baby Ronaldo free ban yourself. How pressure bebre ne. Nyama bebre mo azumi person go te Akurano kono munya bo tremano. Na talent ni wo ho. You even enjoy him more than you are even enjoying now.
Yeah. I'm real on
him. And I'm sure Ronaldo is coming from the angle say Portugal Accra ni spirit be bola Accra with the pressure to so then this on then carry the day on that team be sitting now so there be Ronaldo the boy the pay figo.
Okay.
On mobile World Cup 2006 no sorry Euro 2004. Pressure ni na figo. Figo je pressure na man who say. So I'm sure even in the national team players we say Nico Williams, Monet, Zubimendi, Kukurea, Ombeji sa pressure na makoda no. Within there I know. Say the Spanish national team and Barcelona as a club, omo ma pressure makola no so. Ano mo kebe sa pressure no as a team. Okay. But I think maybe a pressure ni be free ba ni be central for.
Yes.
And the fans. Fans are always emotional. Yeah. You can't take it away. And central for will always want the clicks. I did more stories I had there. But I don't think Barcelona and Spain and the pressure beto Leandamasu there be all happen. Or so many people to protect him.
Yeah.
De La Fuente Muni now they will protect Yama. See that one idea Dan baby. But I think Ronaldo wants to focus on the media and the fans with the way on the assumptions in the pressure and baby. As a crowd match, but they be crying hey. But they forget say 17-year-old he's not going to be consistent for the whole of the year. Even top players have bad days.
Yeah.
It was a bad day. For example, the first half against France, they bad the man.
Yeah.
But when the man for reacting, and then but look at the second half. What you say?
Yeah.
This is how they are measuring a 17-year-old. Which should it be so?
Always they want him to be on top.
What you say? It's in a club, you be prepare some member. But I'm looking forward to the battle against Nuno Mendes.
Okay.
But I think one player who is going to be key for Spain, Marco Correa. I think Wama a lot of one penasem, another penasem say metana na so meta. Also play one man who is ni boy din. What about that who share be a couple. Who say when they only name bre.
Yeah, or how?
Oh, Correa hard din. It was all tough from not in the trini found her not in the far not that from not trying to get them not just whole Hollywood movie.
Sure.
You wouldn't love to play against him. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to who is going to be playing that Conceição. And I'm you sue anybody in that particular role. But Roberto Martinez cannot afford to go and do mistakes against Spain. Spain for number 5 minutes a real game no. And when you quiet try and believe. On try now no real game no. A bit on the France. By the time France recognizes the game no make to over. Share the minutes between first and second goal. Now had the minutes between second and third and fourth goal. Never time I share the fifth goal. Or Metian. And almost have a compact cohesion. No, or my bomb watching the core part of the team is still there.
Yeah.
It's a difficult game for Portugal. Portugal still remains the national team of the kind J.
Yeah.
In the Nations League. Spain will lose to Arsenal, and they'll love to win it for the first time. And they'll be eager after that particular reason. But Kakacho say, if there's a Spanish team that can replicate, I don't know, year between 2008 to 2012 now, and this crop of players, and a bit they've proven it.
They will win definitely.
Euros, World Cup, or this team is capable of doing it. Difficult game for Portugal. Okay. Very difficult game. But what game is type produce drop?
Spain and Portugal.
Yes, Spain are winning 17 times. Portugal are winning 6 times. 17 games I draw.
Wow.
Tetimia 0-0. 1-1. So I need their extra time. So I think this is one particular game. Say travel quite extra time, I wouldn't be worried. But if I would tip any team to win this particular competition per what I've seen, any coach is not Mujina bench. Now it's not about individual talents.
Yeah.
But coach is not Mujina bench now. I think Sir Martinez is back off or no better in the pass and
okay.
No better in the pass. And our team Spain a little bit ahead of this Portuguese team.
Okay. But I say Obi so who say share Man U atade achepa for the first time who say
Assemble
okay, me cry na ma observe here who say
Assemble
no cresa
Assemble kure.
So tia o sebeno no team mamemre na afi senior mamemre on the senior sa just will be who come on and ho ne de
wow we na
so asaje
we asem
I think it's Spain for Nations League ni bi da.
Yeah.
Thanks for the correction, pa.
I'm the last edition.
I'm gonna do the last edition. Yes, they've won it before.
Solid.